Hi everybody, my name is Kim Nguyen and welcome into my channel. I am the American woman who's going to be doing a reaction for you today for BTS's House of Cards live performance. Now if you're new to my channel, I create videos mainly aimed at people who are new to BTS or the K-pop genre. So in each of my videos, I'm going to explain a little bit about the song and a little bit about the artist so we can share information together. This song happens to be a hidden gem. It is one of the lesser known songs and a classic. So let's start with the definition of House of Cards. According to Merriam-Webster, House of Cards is defined as a structure, situation, or institution that is insubstantial, shaky, or in constant danger of collapse. The origin of the phrase, of course, refers to building, quote, houses by balancing upright playing cards against one another. Surely dates from the earliest days of paper or cardboard playing cards, which in Europe was in the late Middle Ages and earlier in China, likening a precarious structure to a, quote, house of cards. The allusion here is obvious and quite literal, and it refers to the common pastime of carefully stacking a deck of playing cards in triangles layer by layer to build a structure. One careless move or breeze or a vibration will cause the entire structure called a, quote, house of cards to collapse, hence the use of this phrase as an analogy. BTS is Bangtan. They are a 7-member band from South Korea, and currently they are the biggest boy band in the world. Of the 7 members, BTS has 3 members who happen to be the rap line, that is RM, J-Hope, and Suga, and the remaining 4 members consist of the vocalists. BTS has 4 incredibly talented vocalists. Between the 4 of them, they are able to cover a range of different pitches and styles. Taking a closer look at the members with Kim Sok-jin, otherwise known as Jin, and he happens to be the oldest in the group. Nickname is Worldwide Handsome, also known for his visuals and dad jokes. Jin's facial features were supposedly almost perfectly aligned with South Korea's beauty standards, which is why Jin was actually scouted by Big Hit Entertainment after being seen getting off the bus. Jin actually had 0 background or experience in either singing or dancing, which is why in the first few albums he gets the fewer lines and is rarely or never is in the center of the dance. And as he has matured, his voice is amazing, and actually I'm going to feature him in one of his solos coming up soon here. The next second oldest in the vocal line happens to be Park Ji-min, otherwise known as Jimin. He is commonly referred to as a mochi, and I believe that is a Korean dessert which is squishy and cute, just like Jimin. Now he also had no experience in singing, but he's actually a very talented dancer. He graduated at the top of his class from Busan School for Performing Arts, and he is known to be a perfectionist. You will hear Jimin. He is one of the highest, next to Jungkook, one of the highest tenors you will hear in this group. And I forgot to mention, Jin is actually his style. He's a very powerful tenor, and it's just so power and clear and beautiful to hear. Next up is V. When you look at V, he doesn't look like he's a baritone, but he's actually the baritone of the group, believe it or not. And what's even more amazing once you get to know V is his range. He can sing the lowest of lows, and he can get very high, almost as high as how some of the tenors of this group will go. He sounds amazing. He has won awards for his looks, and another visual within the group, he has been voted the most handsome man in the world. And finally, we have the last and youngest member, but definitely not the least. He is actually, I believe, the main vocalist, Jungkook, otherwise goes by Jungkook, and he is the golden maknae, which means he's good at everything he does, from athletics to arts to singing to dancing to rapping. JK does it all. He joined very young. He became a trainee around 14 from the reports that I saw, and is known to have an exceptionally stable voice when he sings, and that's why he's usually the front and center person and given the chorus of the song a lot of times. And if you don't already know, he is a phenomenal phenomenal dancer naturally himself. Just very talented young man overall. Now, if you're interested in finding out what the vocal lines have of a set of songs that they do, such as the House of Cards, the outro version, which is the shorter version, as well as the full-length version of the song, and Dimple, which is on my list of things to react to, as well as 12 or 0 o'clock. Now, one of the reasons that BTS has become so widely popular, and you must know, is that people connect with their music. When you first hear and see the group, they have quality music, amazing video production, spectacular choreographies, and of course, their lovable personalities. Now, their songs are about following your dreams, challenging norms, and staying true to yourself in the face of uncertainty. And because the members themselves overcame adversity to achieve their dreams, they have an incredible gift for penning lyrics that inspire audiences around the world to do the same. The group is well known for their lyricism and wordplay. A lot of their songs also have a backstory, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Now, their songs are, of course, filled with metaphors, analogy, personifications, sometimes double and triple entendres that would impress anyone. Far from the usual K-pop tracks that you might be used to, BTS's discography discusses various themes that anyone can deeply relate to. The song lyrics, for example, talk about loving yourself, spreading your wings, and the truth untold about societal issues. The group gives hope to those who need it the most, no matter what they're going through life. Everything from puberty to family problems to school, work, and even romance. BTS was able to prove and define how language is not and should not be a barrier when it comes to music. The exact reason why they're loved by many, no matter the age and the nationality. Unlike most artists who releases individual albums that are conceptually independent from one another, BTS often releases their albums in duologies and trilogies, shifting their sound and image from masculine hip-hop to more diverse styles. BTS wanted to express the beauty and anxiousness of youth. BTS released 3 parts of the HYYH saga, commonly referred to as the Youth Trilogy, is the second era of BTS's career. HYYH is a BTS concept which stands for Hwayoung Yunhwa. In Hangul, it looks like this, and in Chinese, it looks like this. It means the most beautiful or happiest time of one's life. And I'll talk about that in detail a little bit later. And forgive me if I pronounce this incorrectly, okay? So, Youth Trilogy, also known as Hwayoung Yunhwa or HYYH, or the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series. It explores the growing pains of young adulthood. Now, this era saw BTS play with a new look and different sound and introduces a fictional storyline, later dubbed the Bangtan Universe, BU, that's told through their music videos and in notes in their albums. And if you want to dive even deeper, you can get a compilation book of all the notes that expand the story, plus read the associated webtoon. In 2015, BTS released their second album series consisting of the third EP, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1. It's also called Hwayoung Yunhwa, or HYYH for short. Part 1 explores the highs and lows of youth as well as its playful and uplifting sides. The album served as an introduction to their Youth Trilogy, a group of albums dedicated to the struggles of youth. Its lead singles, I Need You, was BTS's first top 5 hit in South Korea and garnered the group the first ever music show. Now, the BTS universe, or BU, began as a series of music videos and fan theories from 2015 that extended over time. The BU is ongoing, but its backbone is the Most Beautiful Moment in Life era, or HYYH. I actually did talk a little bit about the BU in my video reaction for Fake Love, so if you get a chance, check out that reaction, okay? The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2 is the 4th extended by BTS. The album was released in November of 2015 by Big Hit Entertainment. It is available in 2 versions and contains 9 tracks, with Run as its lead single. House of Cards is sung by the vocal line. It was released also on November of 2015 and appears as the 9th track for their 4th mini album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2. The full-length edition was released the following year in May of 2016 and served as the 5th track of the CD2 in their compilation album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever. The songwriters included Slow Rabbit, Brother Sue, and Hitman Bang. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2 became the 5th best-selling album in South Korea in 2015 on the Gaon album chart. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2 debuted at number 171 on the Billboard 200 with 5,000 copies sold, becoming the brand's first release to enter the chart. And the album also peaked at number 1 on both the Billboard World Album and the Heat Seekers Albums chart. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2 ranked number 4 on the Billboard list of, quote, the 10 best K-pop albums of 2015, in which the writers commented that Part 2 solidifies BTS' place in the K-pop scene, and as the band not only showcased the emotional take on hip-hop with the single Run, but proved they aren't afraid to take on topics typically avoided by most K-pop acts. Run ranked at number 3 on the Billboard list of the 20 best K-pop songs of 2015, and of course, Outro House of Cards ranking at number 9. Now, with the HYYH era, there was also release of a Japanese album, Youth, with the single included in the original song For You and the Japanese versions of I Need You and Run. So going back to what RM had said about the symbolism, about the meaning of Hua Young Yun Hua, you'll see that during the performance on stage, the Chinese characters, or the idiom, is actually prominently displayed through different areas of the production. Starting with the top 2 from left to right, the left symbol is supposed to be for flower, and on the right side, meaning shape. The bottom 2, starting from left to right, on the left you have year or a time or a period, and then to the right is supposed to mean shine. Depending on the translation and interpretation, it could be the year that shine are like beautiful flowers. And like a flower, it is beautiful, it is transient, and will eventually wilt. So there's a sense of that the beauty is amplified because it is fleeting. Another article summarized it as this: HYYH trilogy is simply a coming-of-age story. It tells the struggles the boys are facing while transitioning from childhood to adulthood, from being caterpillars to becoming butterflies. Now, RM did also reference that the title originated with actually a movie called In the Mood for Love that is from the film's original Chinese title, meaning, quote, the age of blossom or the flowery years, a Chinese metaphor for the fleeting time of youth, beauty, and love. The English title derives from the song from the movie called I'm in the Mood for Love. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life era came to a close with the release of The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever. It is a repackaging of the part 1 and part 2 together, along with some new version of the tracks that fans loved. House of Cards, which served as the outro in part 2, is even better thanks to a full-length version showing off the group's singing quartet. So if you haven't had a chance to see the live performance yet for this, I highly recommend that you go ahead and do that first, then come back here and take a look at my reactions. I'm going to do a lot of pauses as I give my input on this, okay? So with that said, let's get started. Wow, look at that audience. Beautiful. It's a live band. There's the flowers. And there's the Chinese character, the idiom. Hwa-young Yunhwa. John Jungkook, the youngest. V. Jimin. This is beautiful. My God, Jin. Okay. First of all, I was not expecting this. Dramatic, passionate, and it looks like, just physically look at them, this looks like towards the end of the concert because they're dripping wet, they're kind of a little bit disheveled. What's interesting is they're wearing almost a very black and white, very basic, but the background production, and they're spread out on stage. And then you have this beautiful 3 huge screens that very prominently displays the Hwa-young Yunhwa idiom, as we talked about, and the lighting is blue and pink. Look at the flowers in the background that we're talking about, the flowery years. 3 huge signs. You hear the instrumentals coming in. I don't know, the violins, the piano keys almost sounds like a water drip to me. It's coming in like a very slow drip, almost as if it's keeping a time or a cadence, as if the time that they have in this glorious, this flowery time is not forever per se. And then the way the vocals, they're coming in with Jung Jungkook. Okay. Okay, Jung Jungkook is the first singer that came up. He's doing like this very breathy, which makes it sultry. And the beat, and can I tell you, when the first thing the way it was opening up, and with the cello, it's very heavy-handed, as if it's being played very heavy-handed. Almost like a James Bond OST. That's what it's giving me the vibes. Like I'm expecting James Bond to come across the screen and having this dramatic like black bar opening scene that we see. That's what I'm envisioning, and I love it. And it's a jazzy vibe right now. And right now, V, he's actually the baritone, but he's singing the higher range, and it's beautiful. And oh my God, it's just so dramatic, and I'm loving the dramatism of the instrumental, as well as giving the heavy cello and contrasting it with Jung Jungkook, the lighter tenor voice. It's just heavenly right now. It's magical. Okay, there's that call response, right? That call and response with the vocals, with V singing a piece, and then you hear Jungkook almost like that backup voice responding to that, and then V sings again, and then Jungkook. And then we talk about the flower, the symbolism of the flower, the flowery years of youth. And that's why we're seeing these huge, beautiful roses, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it changes colors from blue to yellow to pink. Just beautiful right now. Okay, Jin just has to say no way, no way. You had me at no way, Jin. Yes way with the no ways, Jin. And by the way, Jin has an acting background. I kind of mentioned that before. It's dramatic, it's passionate. It's just not no way, no way. No, it's how you sing it and their voice. It's just, let's watch this again. I don't even know what to say. It's so amazing. Okay, so he starts, when he's singing, you're hearing the vocals. He starts, no way. It's almost like he's doing a descension, going down on his head voice, down to his chest voice, like, no way, no way, no way, seduction. It's like that. And then he gets into like a baritone range type of stuff. Oh, and the crowd here, how I would love to be in a crowd here. Oh, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but this is amazing. As time passes, it just gets more destroyed. House of Cards. The lyricism on this. Oh, look at the stage. First of all, look at the flowers. See what I mean? It's almost like reflecting like a rainbow of colors that's coming through the flowers. Just how the flower is blooming and how it's flourishing and how it's shining. Just like the period of our life called youth. And the lyricism. Let's go back here. Very dramatic. Right here. A house of cards. Inside of it. Though we can see the end, though it's about to fall. House of Cards like fools. Though the dream is hopeless, stay like this a little longer. And there's you hearing the piano done, almost like a clock ticking, like your youth. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it ain't gonna last forever, like the flower. And there's the idiom, just beautiful. And see how they're spread out apart. Very dramatic stage presence too. And they look tired, you guys. You know they have hard-hitting choreography songs before they even got to this song, and for them to belt out these melodies, to sound the blend, the harmonization, and the tonalities, as they're giving as much as they can. But if after all that performing that you're done and you're able to even belt something this beautiful out, is amazing to me. Props to them. That's scatting. That's Jung Jungkook. Wow, the drama. I swear to God, the way he says no way, no way, he's almost doing the acting along with the singing. It's one thing if you're performing, you're just standing there and you're saying no way, no way, but to sing as if you were crying, they're evoking like a desperate call, like no way, no way, and he's putting that emotion in. I know that looks bad, but you know what I'm talking about. And then here comes Jimin, given the same, it's passion, it's a desperation to hang on to something that's going to pass, and they know it's going to pass. It's almost like enjoying it while it's last. Okay, I'm gonna play this again, so I don't care. I'm playing it again. Sing it, baby. You hear the violins? I'm okay. So dramatic. He's Jimin. Jimin, he's acting out as well. He's acting out as he's singing. And this is what's adding the drama. And they're building up that drama. They'll heighten up the sense of urgency, of the fleeting moment, of the desperation to hang on to something. Drums. It's like, the drums is like, ooh, I like that. Jimin. Okay, look at that. They look exhausted. Okay, that was the climax. They were building up to that climax vocally, emotionally, instrumental wise. And first I heard it was like the piano dripping water. Then you hear the drums. It's like keeping time, almost as if it was the hands of clock. The emotion that these guys are evoking, they're expressing it with their body as Jimin drops, or when he's like going like this, and then the tonalities, these four vocalists, their blending is beautiful right now. But it's passionate, it's dark and sultry and sexy. So bad, so bad. The calm response. Enduring longer, holding on longer. Look at that saying behind him. Stay like this a little longer. The drums, the ad-libs, the electric guitar, that riff that was really nice. There's the letters. The violin kind of trembling. This is beautiful. The piano. So jazzy, so sultry. Oh my god. When they were going to Jungkook. Okay, right here, watch what's the signs that are behind JK. I couldn't catch, there was like writing on the wall, literally. There were like panels of wall with writing on it, okay, as it swings by Jungkook. This is Jin. Here's Jungkook. See the writing behind him? And same thing with B. There's the panels. Let me see if I can find The Dream is Homeless. Stay like this a little longer. The piano. It's almost like keeping time. The scatting. Okay, let me say about this scat. Too bad it doesn't show Jungkook though. Right here. Okay, let me remind you of their age. This was what, 2016, this tour, this concert. At the time, Jin was actually, I believe, 24. Jimin and V were both around 21. And Jungkook is 19 years old. He was still a teenager, and he's scatting. He's scatting. Let me tell you right now, I haven't heard anybody scat since like Louis Armstrong or Ella Fitzgerald. It's like old school scatting. I don't see a teenager these days scat, more or less, in any pop or K-pop. I don't know if K-pop do a lot of scatting, but this is a teenager scatting, and he's doing an amazing job. And if you look at their ages, to these boys are singing their heart out. When people first hear this, you would think this is a relationship. It could be a relationship. It could be the relationship of the group that they're in. But ultimately, we know this is about their youth, about their K-pop idol status, their fame, their popularity, their fans. It is all but a beautiful moment, but a short-lived, a fleeting moment that they're trying to desperately hang on to. Slow down. Right here. Look at that. Look at that. The high note. Okay, that was the ascension of their voice, hitting that high note and hanging on to it and making it just like the Flowery Youth, making it last as long as they can until they can no longer, and Jimin collapse. Okay, and then as far as the instruments stop when they hit that high note to just the vocals, and then they drop. And notice same thing with the instrumentals, leveling out. It's like a, I don't know if it sounds like a breath. Did you hear that? Sort of like a breath, like a sigh of relief after that ascension, after the high notes. Listen to this again. Like a wind. That was one of my most beautiful moments in life, is witnessing this. How I would love to hear this live. Why is this song not more popular? Army, tell me why. This should be a James Bond OST. I would say definitely more on the jazzy side, like many of their songs. And I've said this in a lot of their songs. When you first hear it, it's an amazing melody and your initial interpretation of what you think it is, but it never is what it truly is. There's always a deeper meaning, and this is a perfect example of this. What really impressed me is these boys are such young men, and Jungkook was just a teenager still. And for them to evoke the passion and the desperation and the drama at such a young age, as if they've experienced a lifetime of this dramatic thing that's happening to them, is just exceptional. Again, because I think it is so underrated. I have not even heard of this song. The only reason why I know about it is because all the research that I've done. I've run across many songs like this. If you ever take a look at the Run music videos, you'll see the storyline played out from the BTS universe, or BU, where Jin, the oldest, is actually building up a house of cards, and then you see V knocking it over. So with that said, I hope you enjoy my reaction. Please don't forget to give me a like, and go ahead and share any comments if you like. And I love it if you get a chance to go ahead and check out all my other music video reactions. Would love to get your feedback on it and let me know what you think. So until next time, I hope everyone takes care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.